Hey guys, ready for another episode of Pathfinder? So it turns out we knew there was supposed to be a bandit camp at the Thorn Ford, and even though we found a bandit or two and that little wagon there that was beat up, turns out the majority of the bandits are right here. Oh, and there's some stuff in this tree stump.
Forwards.
So hopefully with this little discovery we'll be able to progress. Cressel, the dark-haired bandit, is kicking the ground irritably. When she sees you, she squares her shoulders and clenches her hand axe. Oh, look who's here. Easy now. I'm not here to blanket the stolen lands with corpses. Lower your weapon and let's talk. I won't kill anyone who leaves the Staglord's service or is willing to help me find him. So think about it. Is he really a leader you're ready to die for? Yeah. That's a good dialogue option. Achievement progress. The good guy. 1 out of 3. Something in your words seems to have impressed Cressel. She frowns for a moment, then spits. Fine, I won't cut your throat. For now at least. But I also won't kneel to some Restov upstart. Why would you try to make peace? Are you just naturally kind? Or have you been listening to Svetlana? You'll ask her if it's so hard to believe. I might not simply want unnecessary bloodshed. You know, life hasn't been so good to me, she replies sullen. Why should I trust you? Alright, here's my piece. The Staglord's been spending more time keeping an eye on the bottom of his glass than on what's going on around him. If he won't answer an insult from some Restov crook like Jimondi, then you're right. We chose the wrong leader. So go ahead, do whatever you're gonna do. I won't stop you, but I won't help you either. And here, give this to Svetlana. Well, it's real nice of her to just give me the ring. I didn't even ask for the ring. Sweet pancakes. Hey, Jod. You see a dark-haired man of about 45. Though the wrinkles on his face make him look 60 at first sight. He's currently a prisoner. Judging from his tied hands, he slouches a bit, squinting short-sightedly at the light as he moves. His lips as though speaking to someone invisible. He jerks his head up as he notices you. Praise Erastil. Someone finally chased off those scoundrels. Thank you, stranger. My name is Jod Kavkin. I'm a priest of Erastil from Galt. Those bandits attacked me as I was crossing the river, and they wanted to take me to their leader, make me heal their wounds. Not a chance. The strength granted me by Erastil is meant to help honest people, not robbers. How did you come by these lands? I was led here by a vision sent by the elk god. Jod says with veneration, Erastil showed me that somewhere in these wild lands lies a temple of the elk, an ancient shrine, forlorn and desecrated. I saw the ruins of the temple in the shadows of a predator lurking in sorcerous fog. I felt the echoes of the vicious rituals performed at the once blessed place. I have no doubt Erastil revealed all this to me so I could help the ungodly sorcery that's desecrating the temple. Where is this temple? That I don't know. Visions, even divine ones, are often vague and unreliable. I know only that the temple is somewhere near, in the Gnarl Marches, but I'm afraid I won't be able to find it myself, what with bandits lurking around every corner in this place. Shakes his head sadly. Okay, well, I'll just release him. Jot mutters a bit, rubbing his hands. Oh, these times. To be as surprised to meet an honest man as to see a manticore at a vegetable stall. Thank you for your help. I've exhausted my supply of prayers, but I'll gladly repay you in the future once I've restored my strength. Come to me if you ever need to be healed or blessed. I'm afraid an old fool like me won't be able to handle the mission given me by Erastil on my own. How can I search for the temple if bandits around here won't let me take a single step? I'll head to Oleg's landing post to rest and think on what to do next. Please, traveler, if you happen to discover the ruins of the Temple of the Elk, come inform old Jod. My gratitude will know no bounds.
Anything else?
Hematite. That's neat. A watchtower. The bandits seem to have planned to seriously secure the area. Search the belongings. Maybe I should save before I make that check. And who has the best perception? Eight, 11. Definitely
And
her.
Lindsay was called forth.
Alright, so I got better than 50-50 odds. You find a catch under all the clothes and blankets. Opening the lid of a small hollow box, you find a box full of bottles. An inscription on the side reads, "Wine for the Staglord. Don't you dare steal it, fools, or I'll make sure you rot." Well, may as well take the wine. $125 gold, that. Some serious wine. Herbs. Very generic. Alright, and I think now we're supposed to talk to him again at Oleg's. And that's supposed to reveal... Oh, no, here we go. We can get to the abandoned hut now. Kinda wish it just hadn't been impossible before.
Need to catch my breath.
But, alright. Now we know that some places just can't be found without the proper clues.
I need to catch my breath.
We got two people who are fatigued. What's that guy's con? 12? Ah, yeah, 12 is the second lowest con in the party. Alright, let's save.
My
Forwards.
strength betrays me.
Follow the Guardian of the Blue. Ooh. Someone had a rough childhood.
What's that thing?
Paradox.
Without a doubt.
Is that the Staglord? Alright. Looks like the kid turned on the master, which frankly was pretty well deserved. I can see how someone like that would grow up to be an asshole.
I have been waiting for you. The flowers, birds, and wind told me you would come. Oh, my poor flowers. They will perish before long in this bog.
Looks like I'm gonna be talking to someone only I can see
Who
in
do you
here.
talk to? I don't see anyone. Should I be worried?
Looks like I don't get to talk to Octavia. Just get to question the nymph.
Yes, yes. The soil, water, and stones here are infused with toxic pain and fear. They poison this place as we speak. You have seen where your enemy's journey began. The one called Staglord was once the victim of a cruel madman, and has since become one himself. You see now how monsters are born. But what comes of regret for a thing you cannot change? There is no time to be lost. We must do away with the fog quickly. Search the area around the hut. Try to find anything that remained of the druid who lived here. I am sure the fog is his doing. This suffocating veil is as vicious as his nature. We should learn more about the fog and the ritual through which it was created. Return to me if you find anything. The past may hide the answers that shape the future. Do you really wish to know? Fine. I'll tell you a fairy tale. Once upon a time, there lived a young nymph. She lived in an enchanted forest, where 1,000 birds sung day and night, where the sun often left a spark or two hanging in the tree crowns, and where the starlight fell on sleepy glades like a glowing soft haze. The young nymph loved simple things, like sitting by the stream with her friends, braiding each other's hair and adorning their braids with crystals made of dew, or watching the flowers blooming. But inside her soul, the young nymph dreamed of something more. Oh, dreams. Nothing in any world can live without them. Even a seed that falls in fertile soil cannot sprout without the dream of the sun. The same was true for our nymph. She wished to turn her enchanted forest into a true fairy tale kingdom and fill it with thousands of wonders. Plans so ambitious rarely go unnoticed by greater powers.
This is pretty good voice acting.
Those greater powers decided to punish the nymph for her boldness. They sent a horrible monster to poison the enchanted forest and kill the singing birds. The nymph was forced to flee, and finally she found shelter here in the stolen lands. Here she hoped to sprout the seeds of a new dream, even as she mourned the dream she'd lost. But then a magic mist appeared, killing everything that lived. And the nymph cast about, desperately searching for help. So far, these are the fairy tale's final words. But I hope this is not the end just yet.
She's had a rough life. 2 forests, and neither of them have worked out well for her.
One day, perhaps I will tell you more. But it doesn't matter now. We need to concentrate. I will be waiting.
My search was not in vain.
but I have no idea how a dead druid is bring about such a powerful fog spell over this whole thing.
I see something.
Nugra's last note. I went to the old temple of the Elk again today. Wicked, gloomy place, just like my soul. Used to shine once, and it is hollow and horrible now. Did he spy on me? Maybe I should lock him up. No, let him be. What can he do, the useless coward? Just whimper and hide. Yep, well,
You come
underestimated
again.
him.
Did you find something? An ancient temple. The temple of the stag god. Yes, yes, that must be it. The place of power where the druid created the fog. Perhaps we'll be able to cleanse it from there. The temple hides in the thicket not far from here. You'll need to go there and purge the place of whatever evil still lingers there, summoned by the druid's sinister ritual. Take care.
Okay. Now I can finally go to the ancient temple. And there it is.
My strength fades.
Since we've had someone to cast alarm, we haven't run into a single nighttime encounter. That's been nice.
Time for fun? Repent!
And that's why I didn't bother casting any spells.
And Lindsay was called for it.
Just a little bit of bardic performance was totally sufficient.
Forwards.
That lingering performance keeps throwing me off, though. I keep thinking I need to tell her to turn it off, but it's already off. We found the right trail. The ritual was held here, but be careful. There are dangerous beasts ahead. They are both guards of this place and tokens of the druid's evil magic. Please be careful. Yeah, it's fine. Come on.
I see something.
Forwards.
Giant frogs. Not a big deal.
Can you make him suppose? I
They're
need
primal
inspiration.
giant frogs. Wait, okay, Stavia, don't be there. Okay, bit of positioning trouble there, but we're good now. We got lots of really big sword on the team.
Rotus awaits us.
The muddy water gives off a strange nauseating smell and amidst the tattered fog. An ancient statue of Erastil seems to resist the ravages of time. The effects of years of rain and wind have destroyed the temple walls, but they could not subdue the statue.
I'll cut you! Who will prevail? Does it matter?
This is for you! Serves you right.
Any goodies? They have sort of a ghostly look, so for a while I wasn't sure if I'd be able to skin them, but I guess they're just real enough to
And then our leader
leave remains.
Hey, wait for me.
This guy is solid up AC.
Look at me, Gorum!
51 damage on that crit.
The end draws near.
Magritio, Turino.
To the dust.
Bear-like treant. That's kind of fucking cool.
You can't stop me.
It was not in
Jesus. Okay, I was right to treat this like it was gonna be serious.
This won't kill me. I'll survive. I always survive.
Could be worse. And will
Survive.
be definitely
I always survive.
at last.
Well,
What a miserable last chapter.
sometimes life just doesn't go well.
A miserable last chapter.
Okay, and now I know which encounter to save before. Frogs and direwolves?
I was
No
successful
problem.
in my
Full health.
Blood for Gorum!
Treants? No bueno.
We shall overcome.
Not fun.
Serves you right.
Attack! Stand with me.
I'm writing you out of our store. You deserve
Well, they got tripped.
Forwards.
Slightly more difficulty that time. Not a big deal.
I'm not afraid. Consider me provoked.
Yeah, good sneak attack. Good clobbering.
Without a doubt.
Well, sorry. Was lost in thought. Grotus awaits us.
Where to now?
Let's try and get him. Let's see. Plus 4 to AC. Change shirts already. Plus 4 to AC. Scrappy mage.
War action on!
Yes, I'm still here.
Ready and willing.
Together we are unstoppable.
Wait, didn't I give a strength build to Amiri? Yeah. So I'll give him the full strength. Okay. That's the majority of it.
Any last wishes?
Running won't help you!
Try this
Shall
to
not
you.
falter. Forgive me for
This is where I step in.
Jesus.
It was. And will be. Definitely will be.
Magridio, Furinos.
But he's already dead.
I see something.
Scroll of Call Lightning. Quarterstaff. And nuts. Nuts are a little underwhelming, but you know, everyone likes nuts. I always miss this guy.
Just the right time, stranger. My name is Tristian. I'm a priest of merciful Sarenrae. Another moment, and I fear I would have been on my way to her chambers, somewhat earlier than my destiny requires.
The local nymph directed me here. I expected defeating the beast guards. should cause the fog to clear.
I have never spoken to nymphs, but I believe their assessment is accurate. The creatures occupying this temple are far from ordinary animals. The power that moved them here is related to the fog. The beasts hold the fog as anchors hold a ship dancing in the waves. From what I can tell, once the beasts are defeated, the fog should begin to clear.
Alright, so we've already done the majority of that.
Praised be Sarenrae.
In fact, we have defeated them.
Now, if my knowledge serves, the fog should weaken and eventually clear entirely. We need only wait. Perhaps somewhere more hospitable? I am a priest of Sarenrae, and a skilled healer. I have done all I can, but it will take some time for my strength to return in full. But worry not. I will make my way to the trading post nearby and wait there as I make my recovery. I was investigating this fog. I believe you have already discerned that it is magical in nature. I serve Sarenrae, goddess of sunlight. Discovering an evil magic that isolated living creatures from the sun alarmed me in no small way. I was able to locate the place the fog originated from, but was too presumptuous and almost got into the beast's teeth. Please wait. You saved my life. I have no treasures or relics, but I have knowledge and the divine power of a priest. I wish to aid you in your journeys. Alas, my wounds won't allow me to join you right now. I will travel to the trading post. I hope to be able to repay you for my life once I recover from these wounds.
Alright, cool. New party member. But I don't feel like going to Oleg's trading post right now. Yay. A gentle soothing shine. Oh, we should heal up a lot.
Just letting the ink dry.
Yes.
Your bestiary contains useful information about monsters. I didn't know I had a bestiary. Maybe that's later in the game. Ah, now I can make it to Rivervine Rise. In 1 day and 4 hours. Ruling a kingdom is a serious task. Make sure you're there at least once a month. I think that's pretty much the minimum one could expect.
I'm not afraid.
Alright. At least one goblin. And as expected, there was more than one goblin.
Consider me provoked.
But in the rock, paper, scissors of the world, giant sword beats little goblin. Not even anything worth picking up.
Without a doubt.
I need to catch my breath.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Glade in the wilderness. Yeah, come to think of it, we've been carrying 12 rations for like a month. That's an extra 120 pounds. We didn't strictly
Can you
need.
make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
From Silence Pack. Wonder if there's a particularly badass wolf here.
Forwards.
Time for fun. I'll cut you.
Tear them apart!
Oh, come on, Amir. You're letting me down. Of course, never exactly skinned a wolf myself, so maybe it's difficult. I feel like if you got 3 chances, you should be able to pull it off.
Serves you right.
They're such big wolves that, like, statistically, they just don't seem to be that big a problem. So what you heard was, size isn't everything.
And then our leader charged forwards. Hey, wait for me.
That's a critical sneak attack. Alright, you finally got one. I'm gonna have to continue. Ooh, silence wolfling. Something tells me this is the big area.
Together we are unstoppable.
Here. Anything is possible. I wrote it like I saw it.
Running won't help you!
Fear me.
They go down!
The weak suffer. I endure.
It's kind of a dick move how they just suddenly appeared behind us.
I always survive.
And totally surrounded us.
Lost.
Protect me. A miserable
And then
last chapter.
ooh, crit tripped us and generally completely butt fucked us. And I'm not into bestiality. They also completely appeared out of nowhere, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Any fun to be had? I'm quite a social person, you know. I enjoy meeting new people.
What's
They
the
didn't learn
holdup?
to keep away from me yet.
The end draws near.
Done with waiting.
I'm restless.
Now, Oranga.
Okay, so
Together we are unstoppable.
that's the majority of the buffs I can pull off. And we might as well enlarge him too. And Amiri.
I wrote it like I saw it. I'm not afraid.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only gonna get worse.
I'll cut you.
Consistent provoke.
We shall overcome.
Jesus.
This is for you.
Oh, never mind. She wasn't dead, just tripped again. Okay, wow. That went way, way better. Yeah. I got the alpha wolf pelt. Is there anything here besides a bunch of wolf pelts? Scythe. Not a bloodstone. Neato. And a sense of accomplishment for clearing out the wolf cave. And slapping on that many buffs at once to do it. Guess what's for dinner? Pro tip, it starts with W and ends with Ulf.
Gungar, don't your fangs bother you? Must be uncomfortable to have such a snout.
Why? I can eat just fine. And kiss. What else is there?
I've spent probably just as many days hunting as doing anything else. We really need to get Amiri's nature lore up. Someone has to be good at that. Actually, I think Lindsay has the highest nature lore now. Amiri kind of sucks dick at hiding things, but we may have to switch them out just to be good on time. What is my time left? 50 days. That still sounds like enough. Okay, so what have we got here? Oh wait, we were here already.
Forwards.
Fuck me. That's where the water elemental was. is there still fog?
I need to catch my breath.
My strength betrays me.
Maybe we do have to talk to our new priest to continue this journey.
Consider
Who will prevail? Doesn't matter.
serves you right.
Not sure how that was a sneak attack precisely, but she really gave it to him with that arrow. I mean, numerically it was just an okay hit, but taking dude out with one arrow is pretty satisfying.
Without a doubt.
Oh, so I don't have to go here, but there's supposed to be those moon radishes or something here. And since it's on the way back, I figure I'll give it one more look over. Looks like there's lots to the right that I never explored.
Serves you right. I'm not afraid. Provoked.
Forwards.
It's good we found this dude. My dear Kenneth Palmer, with your desire to pursue a new archaeological mission in mind, I spent a few hours in the library today and identified a location worthy of your research. In the northeastern part of the River Kingdom lies a region called the Stolen Lands. Many antiquities can be found in such places. No doubt an inquisitive researcher would be able to find old coins, significant cultural remnants, and even pieces of artifacts that might be restored. Naturally, you shall require the services of a specialist to evaluate your findings during your travels. I have no doubt of your ability to recruit such a specialist once you arrive in the Stolen Lands. Such contacts can typically be made in large cities or settlements. You would not want your return journey encumbered with items of scant value or interest, after all. Before you set off, it is my obligation to warn you that this place is untamed and can be perilous. Watch not only for bandits and monsters, but also impassable swamps and dangerous open plains. Should you decide to visit the Stolen Lands, I strongly urge you, Kenneth, to hire a professional guide and, better yet, guards. It is wise to take precautions. I should appreciate it greatly if you return with a few amusing curiosities for me as a token of our friendship. Your true friend, Agnes Bregan. Alright, so looks like you didn't follow that advice and did not purchase guards. Or he did, and they abandoned him. Probably should have paid them more. Or just... Moral of the story, buy good guards. Your life is very valuable. Okay, and now that it's raining and lightning, there is definitely some sort of slowdown on our travel. And actually, it's impressive that we could read that letter so well in the rain. Must have been some good paper. Positive I haven't been in here before. When in doubt, save. Got that down.
Time for fun?
That is quite a few kobolds.
Revenge!
Consume, provoked.
Your life ebbs slow.
Serves you right.
Tear them apart!
Okay, so got a new kobold area. The question is, do they have radishes? Doesn't it seem silly just killing
Was not in vain.
all of these creatures just to see if they have radishes?
I did as you asked.
It's like, where does this old man get off
What's that thing?
even asking for this?
Done and done.
Grotus awaits us.
Adventures call to them.
Esme, Axe, yes. Esme, Axe, yes.
I see something. I did as you asked. I see something. I did as you asked.
Turns out we really missed a lot of this area last time we were here. And it felt like we spent such a long time here.
Forwards.
Our journey into the mysterious dungeon brought us by twists and turns to an old mine. A huge hatch in the floor blocked our way. Its panels were half open and squeaked angrily, threatening to plunge careless adventurers into the abyss below. Stretched from wall to wall make it impossible to simply walk around the deadly trap. Break. All break bad. We turned around and saw a kobold sitting on the ground beside a broken lever. The kobold was holding his head in his hands, but sensing us, he jumped up. Stop! You go! You fall! I'll go! I'll fall! Sorrow! Sorrow! He grows woeful and lamenting. He skittered down one of the passages. Then we tried to jam the doors. Using equal parts wisdom and dexterity, we jammed the ominous hatch. Now we could proceed without fear. Thus the darkness of the yawning abyss was roundly defeated. Lol. Thanks, Octavia. And Lindsay. Okay, now this part, I feel like I remember. Yes. We have absolutely been in this part of the dungeon. I wonder why I never noticed that hatch before.
Without a doubt.
If I just noticed that hatch, that would have led us to us discovering all that other stuff.
What's that?
I see something. I did as you asked. Done and done.
Sleepy bandits? What unfortunate souls.
My search was not in vain.
It's quite a good number of sleepy bandits.
Repent!
I'm not afraid. Serves you right.
You looked at Octavia wrong.
See what your entrails look like.
Yay. Magic items. Masterwork. 2 masterwork daggers. And the rich rogue. Goodies. More goodies. Ooh. This leather has the same amount of AC, but it's magic and has less arcane spell failure penalty. Whoa. Okay. Embracers of armor +1. That would be great for sure. Presto Changeo, AC 15. Still not good, but better.
I did as you asked.
Now we're about halfway to level 4.
Without a doubt.
Come on, Rigongar. We got places to be.
Oh, I don't like surprises.
Okay, so we still got this big chunk of area in the center we haven't
I
explored.
will guide us.
Let's see if they're capable of getting there. Here we go.
I was successful in my search.
Oh, it's a lonely shambling mount.
Consider me provoked.
That would make him not lonely. into the woods, found many roots, pine cones, flowers, and a dead squirrel. Scant little I can make of that. I must consider where I might gain rarer ingredients for my experiments. Some damnable raccoons got into the hut while I was exploring the woods. Broke all the glassware. The only things left are 10 flat-bottomed glass tubes, 5 round-bottomed flasks, a couple of porcelain mortars, 3 pestles, and the precious spiral. Good thing all the pots are still there. So many good chemicals wasted. Shame. Need to lock everything up in the closet. Tried to finish the experiment today, the one I started at the old lab. Used the lead powder from the master's box. At the crystallization stage, the liquid foam changed color and formed a deposit. Another unsuccessful experiment, and I've all but exhausted my supply of essential materials. Caught a raccoon with a snare trap. Didn't get the bastard to the hut in time. Perhaps I should ask some hunters for help in catching experimental subjects. But I must save money, and besides, I've seen how those bumpkins scowl at me, as if I've grown horns. There's more to it, I just couldn't read it.
I don't like it.
Third attempt at the crystallization experiment. Broke the last round bottom flask. I recall my tutor calling me ham-handed and making me clean up. Perhaps he was right, but he didn't teach me much, despite everything. But why didn't he wish me to develop my abilities? He didn't want me to learn anything beyond the basic potion recipes. Kept saying I wasn't ready, but in truth he feared the students surpassing the teacher, and for good reason. I shall prove this process works. I'll prove it to everyone. Today an old lady came from the nearby village asking me to make her goat yield more milk. I had to help. I'm in desperate need of money. Oh, why must I spend my time so? Boring, boring, boring! Several pages remain empty, then the writings continue. Observation Day 1. I finally got a chance I can't miss. I found a dying elf in the woods. She was barely breathing, and ants were swarming all over her. Who is she? What happened to her? Matters not. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for. And with great effort, I managed to drag her to the hut, remove her clothes, and hide her behind the bags in the corner. Enough wasting my talents on trifles. It's time for action. Use the largest glass tube from the master's box. The one with the warning, in case of contact with skin, wash off immediately. Ha! The doddering parrot of all the standard warnings. Spread it evenly over her body and began my observations. Observation Day 3. The subject has survived. Had to tie her up and gag her. The moaning would attract unwanted attention. Her skin is changing, but it's hard to determine the precise character of these changes. The early stages of festering, perhaps? The treated areas do smell faintly. Day 5. The changes continue faster and faster. The epidermis is festered away. The joints are grown swollen, tough, and calloused. And the subject has a fever. Day 9. Over the past few days, the subject's legs became covered with mildew and moss. Her fingers and toes grow long and crooked as though she would grow into the ground. I shall move the subject outside. The experiment now demands sunlight. Day 13. The body's changes are so significant, it's impossible to recall the creature's original appearance from the way it looks now. A seething growth covers the whole body's surface. Every day I find new kinds of moss, mildew, grass, and other plants. The subject attempts to move. Had to immobilize her. I try to make contact, but she utters inarticulate sounds alike to howling. Might intelligence be restored at a further stage of regeneration? Day 18. The subject has grown larger, several times. She is now strangely quiet these last few days. I'm beginning to worry. In the end, I see I've become attached to her. She will make me famous. Day 25. My living experiment shows all signs of obedience. She is much like a little tree, a magnificent walking tree. She is already 8 feet tall, and the child keeps growing. I wish to give her space, more fresh air, and sunlight. I suspect we shall need some fertilizer. For now, I only walk her around the woods on a leash. This is the greatest achievement of my career. Soon we'll be ready for a journey to Absalom, and there I will present my masterpiece. I must think of a name for my girl. So this is an elf. I don't seem to have any way of talking to it other than attacking it.
Our path leads on.
Hey, is this the moon radishes? Teacher, ask teacher. Our patch, our celestial radish. Yuck, radishes. I grew them back in my village. One day while I was reading a book, my pa grabbed it from me and threw it into the fire. Then he made me go pick radishes. It was autumn, and the ground was wet and cold and there was worm everywhere. Ugh, filthy roots. About that radish. The oldest kobold lifts his head from the ground and tries to focus his eyes on you. There are enough radishes for everyone. You mustn't forbid others from using what grows freely in the forest. I'll just dig out some extra to help them out. The kobold stops talking, surprised. Their leader's eyes light up with curiosity. Good deal. What are you doing here? Chew the radish. Search for a secret truth. Small and big. So it looks like moon radishes get you a little high. Huh, little philosophers, aren't they? Wouldn't expect that. Wouldn't expect. Okay, it says one moon radish, but the description is a bunch of moon radish, so I think we're good.
My search was not in vain. Who will prevail? Does it matter?
It's kind of hard to care about basic wolves after all the much bigger wolves we've dealt with.
I don't like surprises.
Okay, so that went well. Discovered new things, got more money, killed some kobolds. Didn't kill the ones that got high because that seems mean. And we're gonna make hopefully our last trip back to Oleg's. These must be good roads. No one got tired and we covered a good bit of distance there. Hey. Greetings. The nymph's tender voice comes to you softly. The scent of flowers and evening dew is dizzying. But where's your voice actor? Your voice actor's so good. In this dark hour, I had not even dreamed of encountering someone in these lands who could stand against the one who blights me. But you appeared, and you brought hope along with you. With the strength of the fog fading, I am now able to show you the way to the Staglord's fortress. Please, go there, slay our enemy before you can strike another blow. His fort has been revealed. Will you help me in the battle? I cannot. My power is barely enough to make a slight tear through the veil of fog. Keeping the way open to you is all I can do to help. What happens after I defeat the Staglord? And you would like to see me again? Then yes, of course I'll come to you once the tormentor is gone for good. I really hope to have a chance to show you the true beauty of these lands, the meadows, the flowers. You can count on me. No one will ever harm you anymore. Your words resonate inside my soul. Now I can see that I chose the right person, worthy to hear my pleas. Ooh, nymph's gift. The nymph leads forward and places something in your hand. Should you lose, my heart will stop with yours, but should you win, the sun shall rise once more over these lands. In its rays, in the ring dance of blooming life, we shall meet again. And leave you a small gift, a token of hope, and the reward that awaits you after all these hardships. Farewell. No, take care. Plus 2 AC versus ranged attacks. Neato. Poor Valerie, she's still blind. Oh, it's John.
How may I serve you?
I need the help of a cleric. Whoa. 99 scrolls of Cure Critical. Jesus. So this is supposed to be 27,819 gold. Letting me have it for 1,125? No wait, I think that's if I buy all of them. Well no, that'd be 99,000. I don't know, whatever. Man. This guy's pretty well stocked. Ooh, he's got diamonds and diamond dust for cleric spells. That guy's freakishly well stocked. No one uses quarterstaff, but they're pretty good. They should have let me have a druid companion if we're gonna be going through the stolen lands and forest and stuff. It's always weird when they put a value on clear quartz, because I live in America and clear quartz is just amazingly common here. You can just walk out into your yard and find it, no problem. pelts are an item of interest to a craftsman or a collector. Maybe I should hold on to these for just a little longer. I've always thought turquoise was attractive. It's got a very interesting look. I've got a lot of weight in skins now. Hopefully I'll be able to dump these soon. Yes, that's it. Hey, there's even more than I expected here. Thank you so much. Take this, you deserve it. Why do you need moon radishes? Bakken blushes heavily and coughs into his fist. That's for Oleg. He sprained his back last summer, you see. Tried to move a heavy chest all by himself. Can't even imagine the healing powers of these radishes. They make a great pain-killing ointment. Potent, exquisite. Oleg would never confess his weakness to anybody, but I see him wince every time he bends over to pick something up. The old man sighs, a bit too loudly. Oh, when will the poor man realize he's not 15 anymore? Man. He is definitely using both of these for himself. And don't think he's holding that against himself. Might be a little embarrassed about it, but not much. Hey Oleg, tell me about that sprained back of yours. Here's your ring. I even managed to convince her not to fight me. She sighs bitterly. I suppose I should tell you the truth about her. Cressel wasn't her real name. Her real name was Irina. Before all this, she was the daughter of my mother and her second husband, my half-sister. I can't help but feel like everything that happened to her was my fault. She always had a wildness to her. She'd wander the streets, hanging out with a bad crowd until the day she passed. Mother complained about Irina constantly. Back then, it was just cruel games and strange escapades. She never really hurt anyone back in Rostov. Her father didn't live much longer than our mother, so I decided to try to help Irina. I brought her here to the Stolen Lands, though Oleg was against it, and once here, she immediately fell under the Staglord's influence. She never even needed to meet him. The stories and rumors from local hunters and bandits were enough to win her over. She would tell us how he was a real leader, unlike Rostov's softies. Eventually she ran away, only to return under a new name with a pack of thugs to collect taxes from us. What's worse, she participated in the torture and execution of prisoners alongside the Staglord's minions. Oh hey, 10 camping rations. I don't know if there's any way to set her back on the right path, but I'm grateful for your kindness. Perhaps there's still hope. For the sake of my mother's memory, I'd like to believe that. But only 45 experience. That's, not impressive.
Forwards.
Hey, Tristan. Don't worry about me. Alright, I won't.
How may I serve you? Erastil be
Found the temple and
praised, you
killed the
finally
beast.
returned, my good friend.
More scrolls of
Tristan told
removed
me
by
how you helped
blindness.
me at the Temple of the Elk. Thank you for heeding my request. My heart is calm and filled with confidence that I've followed the will of my God. I would like to reward your bravery. I possess no treasure, but please, take this as a token of appreciation.
You have 99 scrolls of every cleric spell in the game. You could, share the wealth a little more. Do you understand the meaning of your visions?
I trust in their truth. These visions, they were the voice of Erastil himself. Quiet but clear. Before all this happened, I believed Erastil had turned his back to me. But now, I see clearly. He has shown me divine mercy, for he has led me to you and invited me to aid in a fellow priest's deliverance. Lady Sarenrae and Erastil walk the paths of the gods hand in hand, and so must their servants as well. Tristan is undoubtedly still very young, and youth is a time of naivete and confusion. But I see kindness and strength of spirit in him, traits indispensable to a priest. I sense that all that's transpired thus far is only the beginning, and the future promises great things for Tristan and for you, Baroness. This is why Erastil led me to the Temple of the Elk. Day and night I pray for you and for my young friend. May the stag god lead you down the true path.
The text said Baron. He said Baroness, like a female. But I'm not a Baron yet, so either way, it was a little off.
As you wish. That's why I'm here. As you wish. What exactly would you... My story? Why not? You deserve to know it. I am a priest of Erastil, and Galt is my homeland. You can imagine what it's like following the teachings of the stag god in a realm torn by discord and strife.
It'd be weird to worship the stag god in a nation renowned for poets, artists, and philosophers.
Rebellion and suspicion are the pillars of Galt. Led by Erastil, I tried to guide my flock to embrace tranquility and balance and guard them from hasty judgment, until I fell from grace myself. Foolish, foolish old John. My misdeeds cast a shadow over my life and service. In search of redemption and a balm for my soul, I took to the road. I had come nearly to despair when Erastil sent me a vision of the Temple of the Elk. I knew that very moment that the stag god had shown me the way to redemption. Well, if you truly wish to know, I'll have to start from a long time back. Werewolves preyed upon the lands around my village. They murdered people for fun or sport and left the corpses to rot
Oh
on
yeah,
the roads.
I still have some
One night,
were-rats to deal
they broke
with.
into a young woman's house and dragged her into the streets. One evening, a traveler came to our tavern, tattered and dirty from days on the road, like so many others roaming Galt. He sat quietly in the corner of the tavern, drinking cheap ale, and in an instant, I knew he was a werewolf. I felt it in my soul. It was like Erastil himself had whispered it into my ear.
Jod smiles, but his eyes are dead as stones.
Led by Providence, I left to gather my flock, and we surrounded the tavern. The retribution was swift. However, I was tragically mistaken. The young man was no werewolf. He was a bandit, sent to spy on the village by one of the local gangs. We only found out after, when we went through his things.
Tell him it was okay.
That's still no excuse for my actions. I was a fool. I made a grave mistake. And what's worse, in the eyes of my flock, I cast doubt on Erastil's greatness. A priest who can barely hear the voice of his god is a disgrace to his lord and himself, and corrupts the very people he would save. Whatever the case, I knew Erastil was no longer pleased with me. It was terrifying.
John's voice wavers. Even now, one can glimpse inside him the remnants of the horror he lived through.
Imagine how my mind raced when here in the Stolen Lands I heard the voice of the Stag God once again. He gave me another chance at service to atone for my guilt. Now I have regained hope, and that very hope is my most precious possession.
Oh.
For some, it is a land of freedom, where power belongs to the people, not to Lord. For me, I found Galt a violent place. Crowds eager to lynch a stranger for that accent or appearance, where a single word uttered at the wrong time or place can spark the people to riot and cities to burn. For me, it is a place inhabited by the frightened and the desperate, always suspicious, watchful of trickery. All too often they are deaf to the voice of reason. They cannot grasp that chaos and lawlessness lead only to yet more chaos and lawlessness. All my life I've tried to break through to these poor people, but alas, I don't seem to have made much progress.
John, visibly upset. He goes silent for a while.
As you wish.
But he's upset with all the people being suspicious, and then he was overly suspicious of this one guy. So he really fell victim to the same negative nature of the town as everyone else.
Of course. It would be my pleasure. Erastil is one of the eldest gods of Golarion. His faith emerged when the first people appeared upon the land. Erastil helped our ancestors cultivate the land and hunt. Even now, his blessing lies with those who uphold the old traditions and keep to simpler ways, far from civilization and the noise of the city.
Cities have their strengths as well, don't they? Civilization fosters science, trade, and invention.
Tell that to the peasant robbed of all he owns, spending his night in the gutter, hoping to live to see the sunrise. You won't see such things in a village.
Yeah, still gonna raise up a big capital.
As you wish. Still, lend your ear to this old man's words. Don't brush away the wisdom of ages past. I came here to spread the kindness of simple village life, which is often lost and forgotten in the noise of an indifferent city.
But I still have respect for you guys.
I see it more clearly every day. Erastil himself led me to meet you. Your keen spirit will serve you well. The word demand does not befit the Stag God. Honesty and friendship, loving families, merry weddings, and newborn children in their mother's arms, they bring a smile to Erastil's face. He loves his people and rewards them with fortunate hunts and plentiful harvests. But he has no temper for sloth and vanity. He never bestows gifts upon his faithful without first measuring their worthiness. We ourselves must win our daily bread, but the Stag God comes to our aid in times of need and strife. I am happy to help.
Alright, seems like an okay guy. I mean him and his god. So, have you proven yourself to be a mighty warrior? I may have. The trial is finished, and if someone ever doubted me, I prove it. So I'm the chieftain of your new tribe? What do you expect of me? Tribe always must have plenty of food. Tribe's enemies must be tough, not some easy scum. Tribe's fighters must challenge the strongest enemies. Also, well, Miri contemplates deeply. You must rule the tribe. Make big decisions. She waves her hand vaguely. Okay, don't see any new dialogue.
Without a doubt.
Alright, so we've slept, gathered goodies. And now we're on our way to what I suspect will be the end of this chapter. The Staglord's Fortress. Having a skull on your mace is kind of cool. Then you're always bashing skulls. Let's see. I know I saved just a second ago, but... Okay. There it is. Right where we thought it would be. One more attempt at getting to Two Rivers. Maybe these were just higher level areas that were gated off before.
We shall overcome!
Is that a cannibal wolf? Whoop. That was a well-hidden trap.
What's that?
I did as you asked.
What's that thing?
Here. You can count on me.
Oh, I didn't go in and have her actually memorize her spells. I was wondering why she was a little low on some of her spells. Let's make sure we're not missing spells for everyone. Okay.
Forwards.
There's gotta be more to this place than that.
Tear them! Running won't help you!
So, nope, that probably was everything. Kind of a waste of time.
catch my breath.
We'll set up camp on the world map. Yeah, I wanted a little more nature lore here. -1? What this shit? Yeah, we got more rations than we actually want, so let's go ahead and use rations. Right, I clicked to use rations. Whatever. But now Octavia has her Sense Vitals and Scorching Ray. Those are pretty serious in combination, because Scorching Ray uses an attack roll. It's actually multiple beams. Each of those beams counts as sneak attack damage, or like a separate attack. So she gets that extra 2d6 precision. And Sense Vitals gives her even more precision. So basically, it should do really serious damage. Kind of getting to fights pretty fast in there, so let's start this up.
Anything is possible.
Sorry, was lost in thought.
Just letting the ink dry.
A reckoning is at hand.
Here!
There, Ormos.
I'm not afraid.
How in the fuck is he getting sneak attack? There's just the one dude. Not flames. Okay, now he's not getting it. Now he's the one getting flanked. Time for Scorching Ray Part 2.
Weak suffer. We shall endure.
Turns out the sequel wasn't as good as the original.
Just a little more.
Death.
Won't kill me.
Repent.
You survive. I always survive.
Negative 36. Alright, he's not waking up.
I die free. Protect me, please.
So,
Forwards.
the were-rat with sneak attack were pretty strong, but the were-rat alchemist is probably the heaviest hitter there.
Any fun to be had?
Outdoor adventures are good for skin and body shape, but they just ruin the hair. And whimsy was called forth.
Outlining the two rats in front with glitter dust
A
might help.
reckoning is at hand.
He's got Blair. Shield. Large person. Large person.
You can count on me.
Patience. Grotus awaits us.
Here.
I've got this.
Shall not falter. Forgive me for this failure. Forgive me for this.
I
The
always
weak
survive.
suffer. I endure. I die.
I die free.
How is this dude so strong? So luckily he doesn't start the fight automatically. But I've slapped myself up with all the buffs I have. Just about. I guess it's time to start dipping into the potions.
A reckoning is at hand.
The buffeting. Take 2.
I won't let you down. Adventures call to them.
Oh, we definitely need to glitter dust the guy in the
Done
back
with
and hope he
the
fails his
waiting. I
save
wrote
and
it
gets
like I saw
blinded.
Patience.
Here!
Any fun to be had? Where to now?
Alright, so he's got shield. Needs blur.
Na Hea Orama. Na Hea Ora.
You can have blur. So large person.
Riti.
Additional large person.
Riti.
Forwards.
Okay. I can hear him casting spells, but since we're not getting hit right away, they're probably buffs on himself.
These magics should be used in other ways.
Charge magics.
I shall not falter.
Survive. I always survive.
Looks like he was not blinded.
Die for me.
Like we did not handle the rest of the rats well. Okay, so even though we're gonna get flanked and sneaked attacked and all that jazz, we need to focus Alchemist Rat first.
We shall overcome. Attack!
Miserable.
I'll cut you.
Forgive me for this failure.
Completely sacrificed Lindsay
I die.
and still made no progress whatsoever against this guy.
Weak suffer. I endure.
But he's not invincible. Maybe we can take out the rats in front, heal, and come back in. Alright, Octavia. gonna need you to do a little better. Actually, we're at pretty good health here.
Provoked.
All things considered.
It could be worse. And will
Jesus
be.
Christ.
Definitely will be. Lost.
This is for you!
I don't know if we can even properly debuff him since hitting with a potion actually isn't that difficult. But we can at least shock him with a spell.
Suffer. I endure.
Ari, T, Gom.
Come on, is there a reason we're all missing?
Yes.
I die free.
This is why you're supposed to have a limit to the number of bombs you can throw per day as an alchemist.
Please.
Okay, so let's just try and save some resources.
And will be. Definitely will be.
We shall overcome. Lost, I shall not falter.
Having this many big dudes in the party at the same time makes it a little hard for everyone to attack. Or at least attack the same person. So I'm still gonna save glitter dust for that last guy.
Serves you right.
Damn. Healer's down again.
Repent. Forgive me for this. The weak suffer. I endure.
I really wish I could work it out.
I always survive.
There's gotta be some way to do this. But the best way to get around not having silver is just having big
Ready and
weapons.
willing.
Be there, Ormos.
Forgive me.
Whoa. Get critical sneak attacked immediately.
Me?
Consider me provoked.
Weak suffer.
Survive.
I
I
endure.
always survive.
Could be worse. And will be. Definitely will be.
Only 14. I don't understand why we can't hit that guy. I mean, there's really just so little else I could be doing. So I think that was technically a miss.
Repent.
Didn't do as much damage as it could have anyway.
Not falter if we lost this failure.
Like, not like smacking someone for 31.
Weak suffers. I endure.
Won't kill me. I'll survive. I always survive.
Death comes.
Serves you right. Consider me provoked. Protect me, please. You deserve what? Miserable. Last chapter. I die free.
Well, color spray was pretty good.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Time for fun.
I don't think she has any way of casting it without... Ooh, must have created good. Okay, maybe we can color spray this cut.
I die free.
I don't know if it worked. continuous question is, can we do anything besides suck?
T. Go.
Just keep touch of chaosing him.
Weak suffers, I endure.
I think he barely even has to roll.
I'll cut you. Could be worse. And will be. Definitely will be.
She's only hitting him for 12.
You survive. I always survive.
This doesn't feel fair.
I'll cut you.
Could be worse. I always survive.
We shall overcome.
This all feels wildly unfair.
Lost.
Consider provoked.
Lost.
18's solid. 17 is also good.
Forgive me for this failure.
Give him some ear-piercing scream. We're pretty close.
They go down!
This is for you.
Go.
Protect me, please.
Go.
Super fair. Okay, by the skin of our teeth. But we got real goodies out of it. Golden ashtray, sure. That sucked. That sucks so much. That was straight up unfair.
The Age of Destiny was truly fascinating. My favorite age is the sausage.
Much healing was needed that day. She's still not at full health. Which, honestly, is to be expected. I haven't put Armagus up into, like, solo combat or anything, but he doesn't seem to be making his touching grass spells as part of his attack roll. Okay guys, I think I'll end it here, right before the exciting conclusion of this chapter. Thanks for playing with me.